I do have questions.
So, welcome everybody to the Find Your Leadership Confidence Summit, the first ever, and hope to have them, a couple of times, maybe 3 or 4 times a year, because I think that it's important that we are able to connect the various resources and experts that we have that will help our audience grow as confident leaders. And so, this is to bring a lot of different subject matter experts together and and really share what they do, because you never know who in your audience that will say, oh, I need just that. And that's what the whole purpose of this is today. So I appreciate you guys being on. The format that we use is the 25-minute interview format. So to me, it's like a day full of podcasts, where I, as your host, will ask you about 4 or so questions, maybe 5, so that we can get everything kind of wrapped up in about 20 minutes, and then have that last 5 minutes to be able to have you talk about what your free gift is, and if you have a VIP gift, what that is. We'll drop in the links. You don't have to do any of that. The tech person and myself will look at the chat. You don't want to look at the chat, forget the chat's there. Just be your authentic, awesome selves and answer the questions as they come. But the feed back and forth of the two of us is going to make it interesting and fun.
Okay, awesome.
The way that it will work, and I have let me share my screen so that it kind of goes along efficiently. So I have this speaker memorandum of understanding. So this just kind of goes through and I'll share this with you all, but it just kind of goes through how things are going to flow and what's going on. And this just reminds everybody that it's March the 15th and that this is a single day summit, again, 25 minutes long. Mm-hmm. The things that I ask of you is, and it says 3 emails. I don't care if you just send 1 email. We also ask that you have 25 people that will sign up. I don't even care if they come, just sign up to this free event. And if they want to get a copy of all of the recordings, then they can upgrade to the VIP piece. And I'll give you the swipe copy for all of that. The other thing is, I already think I shared this, that I need for you to pay the admin fee, which is $50. This talks about the 200, but I think I have given to most everyone here a friend and family. And if you haven't got that, just email me at v.noethling@gmail.com, first initial, last name at gmail.com, and give me the friend and family, because I eliminated the 200 refundable deposit. Because this is a quick last minute kind of deal that I'm doing, I just want you to show up. And that $200 refundable deposit was my assurance that you would show up, and then I give it back to you after the conference. But again, since I'm doing it at the last minute, I'm offering the friends and family, which eliminates that. But I do need you to show up, because it's terrible for us to go to a summit and then there's nobody there and people have to listen to me talk for 25 minutes. And so surely I can do that on a number of subjects, but I would much rather have you, who is advertised, to be there. So that $50 is to help me pay for the StreamYard. I have some tech experts that are going to be helping me. So it's really just to cover those costs. You need to have a free downloadable, and that free downloadable can be a PDF, a checklist, a quiz, whatever you want to do to be able to have the person who's listening to you, that free admission person, to be able to walk away and have something of yours that is of value, but it also will be able to get you their name and phone number or email or both. So that's very important that when you create that downloadable, that at least you capture their email whenever we give that away. The VIP gift is optional, but it's a good thing to have because it allows them to get either time with you or some other of value. If you are having a course or a webinar coming up or even a summit and you want them to get a discount, maybe you give them the free upgrade, VIP upgrade or something like that. Again, it gets you closer to somebody who's willing to pay to be able to connect with you. And so that's always a very good thing to have. So those are the two things that you need to do. And then the sponsorship, I don't believe either of you talked about, indicated that, but the sponsorship is actually a 50-minute segment instead of a 25, and it allows you to actually sell from the stage, if you will. And right now I have one, maybe two sponsors. I'm not going to have any more than 5 because I don't want it to be a
sales thing.
Yes, I do not want that. I asked that it says here 10 minutes before. I'll put you in the green room 5 minutes before. So if you are there at least 10 minutes, that gives you less panicking. But if you only get there 5 minutes before, that 5 minutes is in the green room before you get on. And we'll go into that a little bit further. This is a no PowerPoint zone. That's why we're doing interview. I really like to do interview. I think it's more comfortable. It's more flowing and authentic. I will look at the chat and see any questions. So as you're going along and answering questions, if you want to throw out, put a 1 in the chat or put this in the chat, and then I'll look at that. The tech people will also be looking at things and indicating to me if I need to say something to you. We won't give any responses to you that are negative. I don't need that on my summit, and we're not going to share that on my summit. So any negative comments that are put in the chat, we're not going to respond to. But we will put some things in so that they see, oh, Marcy said this. She asked you about, Libby, what's your best hack for looking great on stage, and then you can answer that question. So we'll do a little bit of that, not a lot. Most of the time we'll just have them confirm things by putting a 1 or a 2 and things like that, so that it still allows you to get your key points in during that 25 minutes.
Okay.
And then I'm going to stop here. And okay. And there are some things that you just need to be aware if you choose to be a speaker. There are, again, we're going to put you in a green room. In the green room, I'm going to confirm how to say your name. I'm going to confirm how to, what your gift is, and we're going to test the gift. Even though you'll give me that link in advance, we're going to test it one more time just to make sure, please, that it works right. And so then whenever we say during the interview, okay, it's time for us to kind of get this wrapped up and tell the audience what your free gift downloadable is. And I'm going to have the tech team put that in the chat. So if everybody can just check on that, see that that it works, put a 1 in the chat if it works. And that way, if anybody says, no, it didn't work, then I will let everyone know that we'll just have them email support at Find Your Leadership Confidence so that we'll get them that information. And then we'll also have you talk a little bit about your VIP gift. And again, short window, just 30, 40 seconds to talk about what that is to get them intrigued. But I will also say, have the tech team put in the chat that link to upgrade to VIP if you haven't done it yet. So then we will send everybody on the back end, the VIP information, you don't have to put anything in the chat, no downloadable link. We'll do that through an email after the fact. We'll actually send to all the VIPs a list that has clickable links for all of the speakers, so they don't have to wait. Here's one, here's one, here's one. I think that works more efficiently. Once we get in the room, again, we have to keep on time. So I'll have a couple timers going here, so I stay on time. So we'll start at no later than 2 seconds after so at 10:02, no later than that, or at 10:32, so that you have ample time to get your 25 minutes in and me not keep the person that's after you from being late, because that wouldn't be good either. So it will be a dance, and we'll take care of that. Let's see. Any questions up so far before I delve into deeper things?
My question is, so people attend the summit, do they attend for a fee and then they upgrade and that's another fee, or is it a free thing, or how is that done?
So it is free general admission.
Okay.
And if they would like the recordings
okay,
and the VIP gifts,
okay,
then they pay $50. If they just want your free downloadable and listening to you, and they pay nothing, it's free.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
Anything else?
I'm good. I'm glad it's interview style, really, because well, obviously you heard me speak, Vicki, so you already know. And I thought, well, this in view of what you're doing, I think interview style is awesome, because everybody loves a conversation, and they can kind of feel more connected with people with a conversation. Yeah. So I think that that works out really well.
And I'll ask you to just drop me an email that has 3 or 4 questions. You can actually go to my website for the podcast and fill out that application. But if you just give me 3 or 4 things that you'd like to talk about, and we can even, prior to the 15th, set aside a time for us to do a video that, say something happened and you weren't able to be there on the 2nd, we could do the recording, that pre-recording, if you'd like to do that. I have done that in the past. In fact, the summit I just did, I did a recording of it. I don't want to I'd rather do live, right? But we can do that. But I do like to have a few questions from you that you want me to hit on, so that I make sure that we get those key points. And then from that, it just organically comes out. The conversation just grows, and it's more fun to listen to, I think.
Awesome.
So again, whenever it starts, I will ask you to, or I'll welcome everybody. We'll have an intro that says, oh, next up will be Marcy McDonald, and she's the mindset expert. And, then I'll welcome you, and I'll say, before we get too much into this great topic, Marcy, tell me, what is your why? How did you get started and become this great subject matter expert? And then you're going to talk. Again, keep it within that 2 or 3 minutes, so that you have time to get to the meat of the meal.
Got it.
So then once we, again, get to about 20 minutes after, or 50 minutes till, we'll ask you to talk about your free gift and your VIP gift. And then I'm going to ask you to end it the way that I think works great from the other summits I've been on, and just say, what is that last takeaway, that last word that you want our audience to remember? Words of wisdom. For me, I always say, life is a journey, and it's up to you to enjoy the ride. That's my tagline. And so, something like that.
Okay. Nice.
And so again, I have to get affiliate links to you so that you can get credit. And I want to do a leaderboard. My leaderboard is going to be a little bit different. I also have an anti-aging and wellness business. And so I'm going to actually give the top people in the leaderboard some products to make you look
that'll be nice.
Awesome. So I'm going to do that as part of the gifts for you. And then everyone will get the full list of everybody that attended. So in addition to the people that respond to your free gift, I'm going to give everybody's name and list information to you that registered.
Great. Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Anything, Marcy? Do you have any questions? I know you've been there, done that. Marcy's done. She's done more speaking gigs than I can count, but
no, it's all good. You're organizing it very well. It sounds perfect. Easy. Good job.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well, if you all don't have any questions, I just need for you to let me know if you are wanting to be a speaker, and those that are listening in, I need for you just to get everything taken care of. I need to have all of the names of the speakers available by about the 9th or 10th, so that I can start creating the social media blurbs because I want to be able to show your name with your picture on it and be able to start promoting. And then I really only ask you to start promoting about 5 to 7 days in advance. Too soon is too soon.
Yeah.
So it's not that you need to start sending emails right away. Even if you only send emails 3 days in advance, it's still a lot of times top of mind is better than so far. Oh yeah, I could do it. And then something happens and you can't.
Right.
So,
yeah. No, that's fine. That works out just fine.
All right. And if you know of anybody else that you think would be awesome on this, please do that. I also am I'm speaking a couple times this week, but I'm speaking on Voices of Women, which is on the 8th for Kimberly Crow. And that she is having almost 300 people on that. She still is taking speakers.
Really?
And it's and you can speak about what your expertise is or a passion. And it's the same format as I just described here because I stole her format. But she is closing that on March the 6th. So if you want to do that, let me know and I'll send you the information.
And that's that'll be on the 8th is what she's doing that on. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be interested in doing that.
Yeah. And she actually is having 10 tracks. I'm only having one, obviously, but and future ones, I'll try to do a couple because it's great. If I can't listen to you, you know, I want to listen to you, but I really need to listen to Marcy. My mindset's not right. So I can VIP and get it later. And that way I can listen to these 200 women, you know, so it's a great way for your VIPs to even be more valuable. So having multiple tracks is great. It's like if you go to a conference and you have meeting room A, B, and C, and people have to choose which one they want to go into. And on that situation, they're luck out, you know, I mean, they can't see anything but meeting room A because they can be two places at once. So this is so much more impactful by having that recording.
I know when there's vendors, like, you know, you always have sponsorships and the vendors and everything. I always love to get there early and get set up and do my thing so I can go around and see all the people because there's some amazing things there. And some of them I don't even get to, like, well, I didn't even know you're here. So, you know, otherwise you kind of get stuck in your own little thing and you don't get a chance to connect with some of the other vendors and the other people there. So I think that that's awesome to be able to have that.
Yeah. So not Vicki, this time, but next time. Yes, ma'am.
Quick question for you. How many speakers do you have already and how many are you still trying to find?
So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 sponsors. So I have 6, and I would like to have 20. I don't need to have 20 because 20 will take me to, I was trying to have it go till 9 o'clock Eastern so that I could have it for the West Coast people. But, you know, if I don't get any more than 10 for this first time I'm doing it, I'm good with that. You know, we won't go to the end of the day, and, you know, and we'll work to grow it the next time.
Sure, of course. I'm sure you will. So what, could you just give me like 3 things I could think of for criteria as I go through my mental list of women who might be good for you?
So I'm looking for, I'd like to have some people that are authors, or excuse me, people that help publish books, because and 2 of the people I have reached out to do that, but I have not got them to confirm yet. Even though they confirmed verbally, but they haven't paid me. So to me, that's not confirmed yet.
That's not confirmed. Not confirmed.
So, but I think is important, because a lot of us need to do compilation books at least.
Yeah. And I have a great person for that. I'll see if she's available.
And then I also would like to have some people that deal with social media, LinkedIn experts and things like that, because I think that's always helpful.
For that. I have somebody for you for that. She's great. Yeah.
And I would like to also have some folks that just talk about, like you do, Marcy, the mindset and self-sabotage. You know, in my podcast, I have that kind of whole package thing where what is holding you back from growing? You know, is it this fear of public speaking? Is it that you just don't think you're good enough, that you don't know what to do to start a business and you need that help? You know, I have one of the guys is going to talk about getting money, funds and things, but it's for people that are not in the very beginning stages. You know, he's really when you're at that next level. And so even though the person listening might not be at the $100,000 yet, or, you know, that 6-figure, you need to have an idea of the end goal. And you need to be able to know that there's somebody out there as you're getting to that, because it can happen quickly where you go from nothing to 6 figures, and you need to understand, okay, how can I continue to scale and grow? And that finance piece is important. So, and then I think I might reach out to one of Ian, who talks about taxes and understanding that aspect of it. Because I know when I started, that was really helpful to listen to his talk. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Again, it's what do you need to grow your business and take it to the next level?
Okay, great. I'll ask around a little bit. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. That sounds awesome. Well, again, we will probably, once I get all the confirmed people, we'll probably just a few days before have one more call to just kind of go through, remind everybody about the run of the show, and make sure everybody feels comfortable.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate you being on.
Thank you so much. Thank you for this time. And Marcy, looking forward to getting to know you more. So thank you very much, Vicki. I appreciate it.
Yeah, awesome. And those that are listening to the recording, please do feel free to email me at vnoethling@gmail.com. That's first initial, last name @gmail.com to ask any questions that you have. And we'll go from there. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.